All right, welcome everyone. Last show of 2024, MMAOB Daily Podcast. Or sorry, 2023. Holy shit! I'm a year in advance. Oh my god! I just woke up like half an hour ago, man. I wanted to sleep in a little bit more, but here's the thing: I want to do the podcast today, not tomorrow. It's a holiday. I didn't want to make Marcel, get up early on, New Year's. So, anyways, Happy New Year's, everyone. I mean, early Happy New Year's. Obviously, we still have more time, but you're in the middle of the afternoon. I already heard the fireworks going off. If you guys hear the fireworks, it's from Marcel's side, not from me. But anyways, yeah, no, I'm glad to do the podcast, Marcel. We're going to do podcast predicting the UFC champions for the end of 2024. We've been doing this last couple years.
And we suck.
I was going to say, did you go back and listen? I wanted to, and I didn't have time to do it. Did you or no?
No, I haven't.
I just assumed it wasn't, good. But no, I'm excited to do this with you, Marcel, of course. But first off, man, how's everything with you, brother? Haven't seen in a week.
Yeah, all good. All good, man. A little bit of a slow kind of news kind of thing, I'm watching a lot of darts, World Championship darts. I like it a lot, so I always watch it. How about you?
Man, obviously it's been a tough little stretch for me here, but it's coming to an end. Hopefully, I'm just gonna say this. Hopefully, I'll have some really good news in a couple of weeks, guys. That's what I'll say. Hopefully, and it could go the other way, but I'm hoping, Marcel, that all the hard work will pay off. But we'll see what happens. As far as like the podcast goes, though, I mean, yeah, like I just wanted to get one done and do the show and talk about the fights and stuff because I miss talking about them, man. To be honest with you, Marcel, I saw our buddy Dan, Best Fight Picks. He had a funny tweet yesterday saying like, give me a Holly Holm main event right now. Honestly, I kind of felt like I wish there was a fight last night. Marcel, I don't know about you, but I'm kind of like, that's the thing. Sometimes we do not really. We're usually pretty positive of it, but sometimes we'll be like, okay, this card's not very good, and then you have these off weeks, and it's like, all right, I really missed the sport, and we still have 2 more weeks left, Marcel. So, the fights will come back soon enough, but it does kind of suck when you're looking forward to the fights and you have to wait a bit. But anyways, yeah, that's all. Go ahead.
I watched Fury grappling last night. It was fun to watch, and there was Ryzen this early morning, but I mean, I didn't have time to watch that yet. But I still have a code. I got it for fight, so I can still watch it later, So
fair enough. Let's get some comments here, by the way. We got Joe in the chat. What's up, brother? True, what's up, brother? Happy New Year's to you guys too. Daniel, what's up, man? What's up, Mike? Tristan, what's up, man? You're in Thailand. That's amazing, dude. How is it there, man? You having fun? Ray's here. Leon fighting 300. Well, that's what he's saying now. I don't know. Do you hear? Is there any truth to that? Like,
I don't know. He apparently said it during the Aston Villa game or yesterday, but I have no idea, man. I mean, so many fighters saying stuff, and then it doesn't happen. Just like with Connor saying, like, I'm going to announce my fight on New Year's Eve, and then everybody, all those MMA media channels going crazy, and the websites, he's got. Like, guys, listen, man. I don't say he's not gonna announce it tomorrow. I don't know, but man, he said so many things. I see it. I believe it when I see it. You know what I mean? That's how I see it.
Absolutely. By the way, I didn't watch Ryzen last night. Did Juan lose? Juan Ursuleta? He lost.
Yeah, second round KO.
Really? Eh? What was the Horiguchi won? I'm guessing, or
Horiguchi won. Yeah, and then he proposed to his girlfriend. Yeah. Absolutely.
Nice. I didn't watch it. I did wake up in the middle of the night and just checked my Twitter, and I saw like Composa like tweeting about it, just like the what's it called? The intermissions were really long apparently, but I didn't watch the event. I used to be able to do it, man, but like as an old man now, it's difficult for me to stay up that late. I'll tell you that, Marcel. I know you do it all the time. I don't know how you fucking do it, but I have a hard time staying up that late. I'll just say that. Kircho, thanks, brother. You too, man. Yeah, Leon and Shavkat would be great, but I think it's going to be Bilal, right? Even though Dana's not committed to it.
I'll be. Listen, man, I'm not even the biggest Bilal fan or whatever, but it's embarrassing if he doesn't get the shot, to be honest,
He should get it. I mean, he has a nice streak, and
yeah,
he's like I kind of feel like he's done his time, if that makes sense.
I'm like, fuck, bro. If you think like something doesn't sell, put it as a co-main event or even before the co-main event, but you gotta be like looking at from a sport, not from a spectacle kind of view sometimes, but really from a sportive kind of view. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. All right. So this podcast, guys, we're going to go through the UFC Champion futures. We're going to pull up DraftKings right now and go through them all. So let's just do that right now, Marcel.
That's cool.
We'll start at the top and work our way down. Where is it? Here we go, DraftKings, and we got Zach in the chat too. What's up, Zach? I'm just pulling up the. There we go. All right, there's Zach right here. Zach, by the way, follow Zach's podcast too. 4 Ounces to Freedom. I just did that as well recently. Zach's a good dude, man. One of the best guys in our Discord chat. All right, Marcel, let's get to this. We'll start with the heavy. We're gonna go work our way down, guys. So we'll start with heavyweight and work our way down.
That's what she said.
I want to say we both picked Jones, maybe, or maybe we picked Cyril Gone. I can't remember now.
I think we picked Gone. I think we both picked.
We might have, yeah. Which I think is actually not a bad pick here. I think he still has a chance, but like I do feel like Tom Aspinall should be the favorite here. And I feel like he's like kind of the clear pick. So
I mean, the problem with Tom last year was that he had that horrible injury against Blades, and we didn't know how he came back. Yeah, Tom Aspinall is the most. It makes the most sense. Even Jelton Almeida makes sense, but I think Tom is just stand up better than him, probably. And he can handle him. He can handle himself very well on the ground as well. So, yeah, Aspinall makes the most sense. If Jones doesn't retire, I'd say Aspinall as well. Yeah.
The reason I like Tom Aspinall here is because I do think, other than Jones, he's the best heavyweight right now, and he has the interim belt, so he already has that in. He doesn't have to like work his way up for a title shot. He already has the belt. I think Jones and Stipe, if they fight, they both retire. So I don't think that Jones will even have the belt at the end of next year. I just think Tom. I think he beats anyone else really. Jailton. I think he's being overvalued here as the second highest favorite. I don't think he should be this high, personally.
There are a lot of guys overvalued here, man. How the fuck is Muhammad Usman plus 10,000?
Well, that's not. I wouldn't say it's. Well, yeah, I know what you're saying, because like you look at guys that are. Well, like he's even higher than like a Marcin Tibur, but plus 10,000 is a massive long shot. It's not going to happen.
Should he be higher than Waldo Cortes Acosta? I don't think so.
Probably not. No. But by the way, someone said Parker Porter. I think he got cut, didn't he?
Yeah, he got cut. Yeah.
He shouldn't even be on the list. So I mean, I think the clear cut pick is Tom Aspinall. He is the favorite. It's not like we're going off the board. Someone said Sakai. You know what? I agree with Bircha though. Yeah. Pereira should be on the list, right? Mm-hmm. He should be, because he has a chance.
He shouldn't get a title shot, but he should be on the list.
If he fights Tom Aspinall, he could win that fight. I don't think so, because I think the size will be a difference. But Pereira's a beast. I don't know. Apparently, him and his girlfriend broke up. So now he's focusing on the fights even more so. So
I don't know how true that is, man. I have no idea. But I mean, it's not really too. It's not important, in my opinion. At least not for us to discuss, I think.
Fair enough. The Truth will be champ. Is that Carl Williams? Is that his nickname? I can't remember. Who's the Truth?
Brandon Vera.
Brandon Vera. Yeah. Oh, Mike the Truth Jackson. Yeah. I don't know why I said Carl Williams. Is that his nickname? He doesn't have a nickname. Never mind. Anyways, as far as like the long shots go, like I don't see any of them really being in contention. But like if I had to pick a long shot, it would be someone like Gaziev, because he looked. Or is it Gaziev or Gaziev? I don't even know. What is it?
I would say Gaziev. I think the thing is with all these guys, there's always like a Y between the I and the E. So it's Gaziev. Yeah. They're probably saying like Gaziev, and that's why they say Gaziev, but it's Gaziev actually.
That's what I thought. So I think, as a long shot plus 5,000, he's a guy that, I wouldn't take a shot at it, but like that's kind of a guy I would at least like check off, because like it's possible a long shot could do it. I don't think so.
Who's lower?
As a little lower guy. I mean,
Jay Collier.
Collier? Where is he? Oh, plus 50,000? No. None of these guys at the end. The only guy at the end, maybe. Yeah, here is top 15. He's ranked so low here, but again, he doesn't have a chance. He
doesn't have a ground game. That's a problem. Yeah.
Waldo should be a little higher. I would say that too. But again, he doesn't really have a chance either. Like,
let's be honest.
Still one of these guys up here. Pardon? Sorry?
Sakai is also cut.
Yeah, there's some guys that should, like Francis McDonald. Oh, I guess I can understand why he's at least.
I understand that.
They want to put bets on it. But anyways, I think we both agreed Aspinall. That's our pick. And we'll go next division, light heavyweight. This one's more interesting to me. I actually like Ankalaev here at plus 450. What do you think?
If he gets his chance, yeah, but the UFC really don't want to give him his chance. The UFC is like fucking praying that Walker knocks him out in the first event of 2024, and they're still not going to give him a title shot, because if Alex Pereira fights, he probably fights Jamal Hill. You know what I mean? So if Ankalaev is lucky, he gets a title shot before the end of 2024. If he gets it, he beats up Alex Pereira, I think. So, yeah, I'm picking Ankalaev here.
There we go. The same pick there. Plus 450 dog in Agamemnon and Ankalaev.
But our pick can be like completely screwed after 14 days into 2024.
And that's why these are difficult to bet on, and that's why they're going to make the books will make money off this stuff, because like it is tough to. It's like you not only have to predict like who's going to win their fights, but you have to predict if they're going to fight at all, because you never know. I want to. Okay, so I really like Pereira. I just don't think he'll be the champ by the end of next year. I think Hill's got a shot. I think Ankalaev. I don't really see Rakic and Plazka there. I mean, it's possible, obviously. I think Israel's an outside chance too. Israel Adesanya, I think there's an outside chance, because just say Pereira ends up fighting Hill and beats him. I think the UFC could do that.
Yeah, this motherfucker's going to probably do that. Yeah, but to keep Ankalaev away.
Yeah, I think he's got a chance at plus 800, Marcel. I think you like that one too. Possibly.
Even Rakic, man. Hey, listen, man. If Rakic beats Yuri in a spectacular way, I see it happening, because Rakic hasn't been like in a title fight against one of these top guys yet, and Rakic got injured in the Blachowicz fight, although I don't think he was doing very well. I think he won one of the 3 rounds they were fighting. But I mean, yeah, there are a lot of possibilities, man, I think.
Sure. So if you go down a little bit lower, I mean, I think Khalil too at plus 3,500. Like, he's been on a roll, right?
I don't see it. I really don't see it.
How about Alberg plus 5,000?
Yeah, honestly, if you put Alberg against Khalil, I'll probably go for Alberg in that fight.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I know you are high on Khalil, but his ground game is lacking badly, in my opinion. His stand-up is really good. It's fun to watch, amazing. But yeah. But yeah, I mean, I think you have to be, and that's weird to say, but you have to be more complete, because Alex Pereira is fucking champion, right? But he got like a quick path through the championship. You know what I mean? Listen, if you put Khalil now in a title fight, he got all the chances, because he's also a striker, just like Pereira. You know what I mean? Yeah. But Khalil has to fight more fights before he is there, and Alex Pereira got a championship fight after beating Jan Blachowicz, barely beating Jan Blachowicz. So you know.
No, I mean, you're not wrong at all. As far as like some, long shots go, let's look at the bottom of it. Gustafson's on the list. What the fuck? He's retired, is he not? Or did he not retire?
He's not retired.
What the hell? He should be. He should be. Yeah, there's none of the guys at the bottom I would even consider. I don't know why Bozer's on the list. I think he's on the roster anymore, right? Wow, Anthony said it's plus 50,000. He's lower than all these other guys. That's a little odd, don't you think?
Yeah. It's crazy that he's lower than Bozer, lower than Zhang Mingyang, lower than Nikolai Negumereanu.
Yeah, I know. Why is Nikolai Negumereanu so high up here? I don't understand really. Like he's not really that high, but he's like what, top 20? That's kind of odd.
He shouldn't be in the same boat as like Ryan Spann or somebody,
Yeah, I agree. Here's the thing. Like, we can kind of talk about like what we think will happen as far as like what the fights will be. But here's the thing: there's always injuries. There's always guys testing positive for like PEDs and stuff. So like you never know like what could happen, and someone could slip in at the last second and get a title shot and win. Like that year Bisping beat Rockhold. Like I don't think he would probably be in the top, down here, right? And he ended up getting the title, right? So you never really know. If you guys want to throw some options out in the chat, we'll be happy to read them out.
People got fucking mad, man, back then when I said like when Bisping beat Rockhold, I was like, listen, guys. Like the whole top 15, probably 14 of the 15 guys will probably beat him. No, you're crazy. It's like that was listen, man. There was a great win for Bisping. I was really happy for him, but that was as fluky as the fuck it can happen. You know what I mean? I mean, if he rematches Rockhold, he probably doesn't win the fight again. Because Rockhold underestimated him. But man, Rockhold never came back the same fighter after that fight. Just like Whiteman never came back the same fighter after the Rockhold fight. Remember? Yeah. So yeah, that's how I say. And still, man, that Henderson fight against Bisping, that rematch, that was super close, man. That could have been Henderson's way,
Yeah, no, I thought he did win that fight. I mean, I think he dropped Bisping twice, I want to say. All right, let's go to the next division. We got middleweight. This one's another interesting one. I want to say we both picked Khamzat. Did we not? I'm pretty sure we did.
I think so, and I will do it again.
Yeah, I'm picking him too. Like because I think. I know he struggled a little bit against Usman, obviously, but that was like a short range fight for both guys and just a little of a different fight. Go ahead.
Did we pick Khamzat for
welterweight? Might have been for welterweight. Now that I think about it, yeah, I think it might have been. I think we might have picked him for welterweight, but he is a middleweight now. I kind of feel like he should be the favorite here. I think that's what most people would pick. But like at the same time, there's other guys like Strickland and Duplessis are fighting for the belt, right?
Yeah.
I think Duplessis at plus 500 is interesting too. And then going down a little bit, I mean, Bo Nickal's right there too, right? So I don't know. What else do you think of these other guys a little bit lower down? It's pretty interesting division, actually. What do you think?
I mean, yeah, definitely. Now it's kind of open, I think Strickland Duplessis is very interesting. Listen, man, even if Duplessis, for example, is possible knocks out Strickland, he'll might fight Adesanya, and then we maybe see the Chimaev fight. So in the long shot, I would say Chimaev wins at the end of the year if they fight, for a title. At the same time, man, you got like Joe Pyfer, who's interesting how he does against Hermanson, for example. Brandon Allen is on a good streak, but I don't see him reaching to the title yet. Maybe he's coming into a number one contender fight. Bo Nickel. The thing with Bo Nickel is the UFC really puts him on a slow roll. You know what I mean? And I feel like that they should test him, man. Test him against a fucking Brett Tavares, against a veteran who has been there for a long time, and let's see how he does. Caio Borralho is another guy I'm really have high hopes of. The interesting division, man. Much more interesting than like 2 years ago, for example.
Yeah, I agree. So, yeah, I think there's a lot of guys at the top. By the way, we got our boy Roman Delize here. Is he the father of Cheyenne Lisma's
I think he is. Yeah,
that's crazy. Good for him.
But they
go ahead.
They really keep it separated on Instagram.
Yeah.
You
cannot find it together. I wonder if they are.
I think they are. Why would she be in Georgia the whole damn time?
That's true. That's a good point.
She's a Batumi as well, and Batumi is where Delica comes from. So
yeah, no, I mean he's definitely the dad. It's kind of, I wouldn't say funny. It's kind of always interesting to me. Like I'll give you an example. Like Brian Caraway and Miesha Tate were together for years. And the only reason I'm talking about them is because they were both in the UFC and they're both fighters, right? They were very open in the relationship.
Yeah.
I want to say they were together for 20 years, maybe something a long time. Right?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, they break up, and then she meets that Johnny Nunez guy from WSOF. I don't know if he's fighting anymore. Yeah. Then they have a kid, and now same with JP Bays was married to Cheyenne. They break up, and then she has a kid with the next guy. It's always I always find that interesting. Like I don't know, maybe the guy didn't want the kid. Is that what happened? Maybe that's what happened, right? You never really.
It's always a possibility, of course. I mean, we don't know, but it's really odd when you're long together with somebody, and then you switch to somebody else, and then you have a kid within a year. It's like okay,
yeah. Well, they had some fun, that's for sure. We're all human beings at the end of the day, right? We all we enjoy sex. Tristan, 100% in the Brian Caraway situation. Well, I mean, hey, she did what she had to do. I was gonna say though, it's funny. You ever watch that show Pawn Stars? Do they have that in? Do they have that? You ever seen that show? You know what I'm talking about?
Paul, yeah, of course, with the bald guy.
Yeah. Rick. Actually, I went to the store when I went to Vegas like 5 years ago.
They weren't there.
No, he wasn't there, but they had a cardboard sign. And I took a picture with the sign and I posted on Instagram. James Lynch was like, "That's awesome! You got to meet him." The sign. I've still never told James it wasn't him.
You should send me the picture, man.
I should. No, I took it down because I had my ex in the picture, so I took it down. Okay. I archived that shit. No, I was gonna say, Brian Caraway was on it a few years ago. He found I want to say he found $100 bill in some book, and it was worth a lot of money, and the guy gave him a lot. So he was on it. Dana White was on it once. I'm sure you saw that episode where he had the swords.
The sword. Roxanne Modafferi.
Roxanne was on it once. She had a teddy bear or something? Was it?
Yeah, kind of a doll or something. Yeah.
Yeah, and Randy Couture was on it once. He had Sleeping Beauty, like that movie. He had these still images from it. And you know who else was on it once? Do you remember that girl? I can't remember her name. Shit. She's a photographer. She used to be beside the cage at every event. She's Asian. What's her name? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, from MMA fighting, right?
No, not Esther Lynn. The other one. The other one. Do you know what I'm talking about? No, Tracy Lee. That one.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. She was on it too. She sold a gun. So obviously they're in Vegas, so they there's a connection there, but they've had a lot of UFC fighters on the show. And I always laugh when it's they go Brian Caraway, just says seller Brian, name Brian. I know who this is. Anyways, let me get some other comments here, guys. DDP is interesting. I agree. Plus 500. I mean, he's definitely got a chance. Because he's a wild card, right? Against Strickland. I'm still kind of on the fence about this fight. I do have a lean towards Dricus, but we'll see what happens. Piper, yeah, plus 10,000. UFC likes him, Marcel.
I mean, you can put some money on it. Why not? If he beats Hermanson, the way is open for him. And like you said, the UFC loves him.
I kind of feel like Bo Nickel's too high because he doesn't even have a ranked opponent yet. Why would he
Yeah,
be
that's a
this high,
problem.
right?
That's a problem.
They can't
Yeah.
just give him a title shot beating Cody Brundage. There's no way. They can't. By the way, I think he destroys Cody, and I like Cody, but he's gonna beat him. Like, it's pretty obvious.
I mean,
right?
they gave Conor McGregor a title shot by beating Dennis Seaver, so you never
They
know.
sure did. They sure fucking did. The GOAT, a boost plus 15,000. I think he's got a fight coming up, right? Didn't he announce something today? Was it a fight or training camp or something? He's training with Khabib. That's what he's doing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we'll see if that helps his cardio, because his cardio is fucking terrible. Let's say that. I think Bo will get exposed. I don't know if he'll get exposed. The thing is, with Bo's wrestling, I think he can beat most of these guys. That's the truth. Just because it's so good, so high level. But I still don't know how good his striking is. It's so good in the 30 seconds we saw against Val Woodburn. But
what are these people on by giving Bo like debut of the year? They're like,
I don't know about that either.
Much better debuts, than Bo was.
And he had an easy fight. Let's be honest.
Yeah, but also, man, the UFC I don't know if you saw that with their announcements for KO of the year. How the hell you don't have Emmett Mitchell in it? How the hell you don't have Bonfim McKinney in it? You know what I mean? And they only had like title fights in it, and they had like O'Malley Sterling, which wasn't even a KO; it was a TKO. You know what I mean? Yeah. Who do you try to fool? You know what I mean?
I mean, I agree, but yeah, that's above my pay grade, I guess you could say.
Yeah. The same.
Let's no, it's funny. Let's go other comments. JP Bays on watch. How's JP doing? You talked to him anymore?
I haven't talked to him recently, man, but I think he's doing a lot better now. I think he's training a lot at Extreme Couture. I think he's with Albasi all the time in camp. So I feel like he's doing a lot better than he did before, and yeah, we'll see, man. He's a very nice dude as well. He's always,
I know, and I felt bad. I think the whole MMA community felt pretty bad for him.
A lot of people were also like laughing about him. It's like, come on,
because people are assholes, man. And the thing is, like, it's easy to make fun of people when they go through a bad time in their life. As someone who also like went through like a breakup with a long-term partner, it's devastating. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, if you're the one getting broken up with, it's devastating. I'm sure if you're the one breaking up with the other person, it's easy because you can just move on with your life, right? But go ahead.
Yeah, I also think like Cheyenne blocked him everywhere. So yeah.
Well, I mean that's what they do, right? That's what these people do, and then they don't want anything to do with you, which is fine, but is what it is. Let's go to some other comments here.
There's also I also heard, like, I think this is like public information that they had like four dogs, I think, together, and she left them, and she just took two of her favorite dogs, and she left the other two.
Fuck.
Yeah,
really. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Anyways, enough with them. Let's get some other comments. Jamie, what's up, brother? Glad to have you. Antoine, what's up, brother? Glad to have you here as well. You went to the, what's it called? Gold and Silver Pawn Shop. You went there, True? It's not like it's as good as I thought it would be, because if you watch it on TV, it looks like this amazing shop. You go in, it's just a regular like shop. It's like a, what's it called? Like a thrift shop, but expensive stuff, right? Like, they actually had some cool stuff though. Like, they had all these like rare video games, Marcel. Like, they had like Super Mario 64, like a 10 out of 10 mint graded one in a box. It was worth like 5,000, So
a hole in the wall. A hole in the wall place.
Hole wall means
like a glory hole or something.
No, it's not a glory hole. So it's not the places you go to. It's a hole in the wall is just like a shitty place, basically.
Oh, okay.
Like it's like nothing special, kind of. Not what you're thinking, Marcel. We're not. I'm not going to say anymore. I don't want to get canceled here, so I'm not going to say anything.
You're good.
I want to see how far Piper can go. Could they do Piper and Nickel? They could, but I don't think they will. I think they would keep those guys on separate trajectories, right? Would you agree with that?
Like Piper probably. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
How's Elizabeth and Delize? Apparently, they have a kid together. That's what Marcel's saying. So that's what we're kind of piecing together. Delize Bays catchweight fight. It's crazy. Bays and Elizabeth drama happened in front of the world like that. Yeah, they were. I remember when they did the DWCS episode. Like they showed them with all their dogs, like you were saying, Marcel. I remember, wow, these people seem really happy together. I didn't really know who they were at that point. I know that they'd come from EFC Africa, or JP did, but didn't know much about them. I knew Shane was what's it called? From she fought in LFA, right? Shane?
Yeah, I think so. Or in fact, one of those.
Yeah. So I didn't really know much about them then, but yeah, I mean, she hasn't fought in forever now. I want to say, like, is she still on the roster? Like, is she still?
Yeah, she's still on the roster. Yeah.
Is JP? No, he got cut, right?
He got cut, I think. Yeah. The thing, I mean, like, it actually came to the public when there was like, I think on UFC stats it was not Cheyenne Buys anymore, but it was Cheyenne Vlismus. Then where
That's right.
people were like, "Why is it Vlismus now again?"
I remember that. Yeah, no, for sure. Okay, let's go to the next division. Welterweight. I like Shavkat here at plus 200. I really like him here. I think he's going to be the champ by the next year. And the reason I like him here is because I do think you're going to see Leon and Bilal fight. So, and I think you'll see Shavkat fight the winner of that. I don't think he'll fight again. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. Like, because I think the timeline matches up. You'll see Edwards Bilal, UFC 300 in March, and then you'll see Edwards fight again in like October, November against Shavkat. What do you think?
Oh yeah, I'm with you, Shavkat.
You like him too?
There you go. Shavkat makes the most sense here, I think.
It's fucking crazy though how we're agreeing on all these again, like we did last year. We didn't do too well, but it's like, are these the obvious picks or something? Like I don't know. Like they're not the favorites. Like at least he's not. I think he should be. I know Leon is the champ. That's why he is. But I think Shavkat is for me.
I mean, man, people are so high on Leon, and I think he's a very good fighter. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not. Leon is to me is like, and it sounds really disrespectful, but I don't mean it that way. He's very basic. You know what I mean? He's basic. He's not. He doesn't have anything extra. You know what I mean? He's really good, and he's like all round. Yeah. And I think Shavkat is really good in both standing and grappling. His standing didn't came out because of the injury against Thompson. And maybe also a big risk to do it against Thompson. But his grappling is really good. For Bilal, for example, his grappling is really good. His grappling is really good. So Leon is more like all around, but I don't see Leon keeping it, to be honest, man. I would be surprised.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. Couple of comments. Do you guys think the fame has changed to remember even when you're talking about Cheyenne? Probably. I don't know how famous she really is. I mean, other than people in MMA, do people even know who she is? Probably not, right? But yeah, a little bit. But yeah, Sakai, he is crazy talk though. What's up? By the way, what's up, man? Bilal, hey, what's up, Sun Collectibles? If Bilal wins, Bilal versus Islam fighting in October. Ali Abdelaziz, like you said, right? I still don't know about this Islam welterweight thing. What do you think? I just feel like there's other guys at lightweight that need to fight him first. What do you think?
The problem is with the UFC allowing so many fighters to try to get that champ status that everybody wants to try. You know what I mean? And with Islam is probably like, I gave Alexander Volkanovski twice the chance. Now it's my chance, but it shouldn't work that way. I like Islam a lot, but I think there are a lot of fights for him left at lightweight, so he should be there first. Just like I don't want to see Leon go to middleweight, like he said before, or to middleweight or whatever. He should also stay at welterweight. I think honestly, the Volkanovski title shot at lightweight, like last time in February, that one was legit. He deserved that. He cleaned out the division almost. He deserved that. But there are many guys who get the chance who shouldn't get the chance. But that's on the UFC. I think they give Adesanya the chance to fight for the middle or for the light heavyweight title after 0 or 1 defenses. That shouldn't be the case. Even with Conor, he got the shot without a defense. You know what I mean? It's like it shouldn't be the way. And we've seen it more often. That's why I always say, like, I think you should have at least 3 or 4 title defenses before you can even think about going to another weight class to challenge the champion there.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you're wrong at all. Like you said, like just because they've given so many of these guys that chance now, and it's like that's why you see Islam asking for it. Go ahead.
It's also, it doesn't hold the same value for me. For me, it's if you ask me what's more valuable, 2 belts and two divisions, or like 1 title defended for 6 or 7 times in your own division. I like that, honestly, man. Look who got the most people. If you ask who are the GOATs of MMA, people will say GSP. People will say Anderson Silva. People will say John Jones. People will say Fedor, for example. There's all guys who are like dominant in their division in a weight class. Anderson was dominant middleweight. GSP was dominant welterweight. Jones was dominant light heavyweight. It's just much more. How do you say that? I respect it much more, and you see it when you go to the GOAT list. Most of these guys were dominant in the division and weren't even double champions. Yeah, GSP became a double champion and Jones as well, but they were already known as like the GOATs or whatever, before they got that second belt,
Yep, no, I agree with that. All right. Get some other comments. A guy, Ghost in the chat. What's up, brother? Happy New Year's Eve to you as well. Bilal will duck that. He will say they're brothers, maybe. Imagine if Cheyenne's child asking your parents how they met. Your mom was the other guy Was with the other guy when I saw her at the gym and decided to bone her. Oh my god. Shouldn't have read that out loud. No, it's funny. Yeah, I mean, hey man, human beings are human beings. They're gonna want to have sex. We all know this. So, Big Marcel, I don't think UFC ever do that to protect their favorites. You should have to win 3 or 4 fights in division. I mean, in the back in the day, I want to say it was more like how many fights did GSP win at welterweight before he ever decided to move up, right?
Yeah, but also I think he retired and he came back to fight Bisping, you know. So, and
Yeah.
I remember that Anderson Silva GSP, they're thinking they never did it, you know. I remember Jose Aldo after like 4 title defenses, he wanted to challenge himself at lightweight against Anthony Pettis, and the UFC was like, "Yeah, you can do it, but you have to give up your featherweight belt." And Aldo was like, "No, I'm not going to give up my featherweight belt." Yeah, then you can't go to lightweight. It's like they completely went to a different road the moment Conor McGregor came and he wanted to do it, and they were like, "Yeah, for sure, because that makes us a lot of money," you know. But at that moment, that's why I say, like, you know, it's like I respect it more if you have like 6 or 7 title defenses in your own division, then you go after 1 or 2 title defenses, try to get a second belt. Doesn't feel the same to me. So yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree with that.
I
All
think
right.
for the casual fan, if they see like, oh my god, he has 2 belts, oh my god, he has 3 belts, that's crazy. You know, for me, it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, but how did he get it? You know what I mean?
DJ was really good. I'll just say that. Yeah, he was a great fighter. It was GSP Ducky, the good middleweights. You know, I will say this: I still don't understand how they never made the fight with Anderson Silva. Like you had literally the best 2 fighters in the world, and they wanted. I'm pretty sure Anderson wanted to fight him. I don't know if GSP wanted to fight
And
Anderson.
honestly, it's as good ride if he doesn't want to. I remember Demetrius Johnson wasn't fun to go to bantamweight because he's like, I'm outsized at bantamweight, you know. And he tried it before. I think he fought Dominic Cruz
He
for the
fought Cruz.
bantamweight
He got
title
taken
early.
down like a
Yeah,
bunch or something. Yeah.
yeah. So I mean, if you know you cannot do it, stay in your own weight
Sure.
class and be dominant there. Why not? You know.
Sure. No, I agree with that. I agree. All right. Next comment. Or sorry, let me look at some other
And Knox has a comment.
Sure. Look at that. There he is. You too, brother. Hope you have a great year as well, man.
Likewise.
Let's just go through some other ones though, because we only talked about the top guys really. Like I think there's a lot of guys here that are interesting, personally. I think Renat at plus 10,000 is kind of interesting. Do you like him a little bit? Renat?
Difficult, you know, after that Zaleski fight
Yeah,
last time.
that's true. That's true, actually.
Difficult, you know. I listen, man. For example, Jack Della is still interesting.
Yeah.
The thing is, like, definitely, if he gets past Burns, he's really interesting, you know. And the thing is, you never know with Burns, is he gonna grapple or is he gonna stand and bang? You know, if he's
I think he's gonna stand and bang. I think he's
yeah,
gonna stand and bang, get
then
knocked
he
out.
might
I
be in
think
trouble
so.
here. Yeah,
I think he'll probably get knocked out in that fight. I'm pretty sure Jack wins. I think the UFC is setting him up for a win. I like Burns. Don't get me wrong. I think we all do. He's a great fighter, but at the same time, Marcel, he's kind of like Chandler, right? Doesn't he kind of remind you of Chandler a little bit? Like these guys have just great ground games, but they choose to stand and bang for the fans. And I think it's going to be his downfall.
Listen, even Sean Brady's interesting if they
Kind of.
match him up with somebody. You know, listen, match Sean Brady up, for example, with Ian Gary. Would be really interesting, dude. I think, you know.
I think Gary's interesting. I mean, I know people are down on him right now, but I think he's interesting. And hey, Jeff Neal is fighting him. Why is Jeff Neal why is Jeff Neal lower on this list than some other guys?
And a lot lower, yeah.
Why is Michel Pereira on this list? I don't mean he's not even in this weight class anymore. He shouldn't be on this list. Look at the bottom of the. I always looking at the bottom. My boy Makhachev Earlby's here. That's funny. Nate Diaz shouldn't be on this one. Michael Chandler should not be on this list. There's a lot of guys here that shouldn't be here. Like really.
Neil Magny.
Where is he? At the bottom?
The bottom, yeah.
Wow, he's plus 80,000. Well, he's a gatekeeper. He's not getting a title shot. Same with RDA. Like these guys, the guys at the bottom. Actually, you know what? Mike Malott shouldn't be plus 50,000. He shouldn't be this big of an underdog. I'm not saying he's going to win the belt, but
why is Court McGee plus 50,000 and Neil Magny plus 80,000? I mean, how does that even make sense?
Okay, listen. I think Malott. I'm just saying. Just say he goes and knocks out Magny in a couple weeks in Toronto, right? Then the UFC can fast track him against a top 10 guy, and just see he knocks that guy out too. Then it's like he's right there for a title shot. So
I think. Can you scroll a little bit up?
Sure.
I think Malott should be like around Renat probably.
There. I think he's way too low here. I'm not saying he's going to win the belt, guys. Don't get me wrong, but
plus 10,000 makes sense.
Why is Kemba Garimbo and Kevin Jusay so high up? I don't really understand. You know. I don't get it. Anyways, yeah. I mean, even like Wonder Boy is really low down here. But again, he's not going to get a title shot, right? He just lost that fight. So a couple other comments here. Charles Radke. No comment with that guy. It would have been insane to see Jesus Sweet and Silva. I mean, I was there in Montreal when he fought Condit, and they had Anderson in the crowd, and Anderson was shown in the first row of the crowd. And that fight was supposed to happen, and never did. But not sort of lack of fight IQ with Zaleski. It was that third round was really bad. I actually just forgot about it until you mentioned it. For some reason, I just kept thinking with the Kevin Lee fight, and then I'm like, oh yeah, he fought Zaleski and didn't look very good at all. Was lucky you got a draw. JDM is a really good chance. I think. I think that's a decent bet at plus 3,500. I think it's a really good bet actually. Put a few bucks on that. Like you put $10 on that, you win 35. What 30? $350? That's not bad at all for $10.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying, as a long shot, if you want to throw $10 of beer money on it, or maybe you'd rather have the beers. Actually, I think we'd rather have the beer. Sorry, what the bookies, the gonna be champ, really? Okay, well, I mean, he's definitely the champ right now, so that's why he's favored. Blood Diamond, yeah, no chance. Gary will get KO'd stiff before getting a title shot, possibly. I mean, you got dropped by Song Kinon, right? So, all right, lightweight, yeah. I mean, Islam is the one favorite here at minus 200. All the other guys were plus money. I think Islam. I'm pretty sure he'll be the champ.
I only see one other option, might be Arman, and maybe if Islam goes to welterweight, but yeah, Islam.
I think there's a few options, but I think Islam's the clear favorite. I don't think Oliveira personally. I think Arman's a really good pick too, personally, Marcel, especially if he moves up. Yeah. So I think that's a really good pick. I'm with you, but I also feel like Gaethje's worth a shot too at plus 500. I think he's definitely got a chance.
Why is Demir plus 70? Demir's not even in the UFC anymore.
Where is he? Oh, here? Yeah, that's... Is he cut or what happened there? Was he released? Like, I can't remember what happened.
I think he's not in the UFC anymore as far as I know, but maybe I'm wrong.
What about Benoit Saint Denis, plus 3,500? What do you think?
Too early. 1 year too early, I think. Sure. Maybe next year.
I'll tell you right now, he's not going to win the belt, but Conor McGregor shouldn't be this low. I'll just say that, because if he does go and beat Chandler, he could get a title shot. It's possible, right?
I think they probably do Chandler at 170, man. I would be shocked if he can make 155. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe he can't even make the weight class anymore. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I think again.
Why is Dan Hooker so high again?
I don't know. This is an interesting division, though. I think there's a bunch of guys here that are good fighters. But I think Saint Denis is an outside chance.
Even like Gregor Gillespie, man, does he even fight?
He fights again. Where is he? He never fights.
Yeah.
Our boy Garam, I think last year, I think he was one of our guys that was like a dark horse. Not anymore, huh?
Moicano is interesting, maybe, if he fights.
Is he fighting Dober? Is that next?
That's co-main event in February 3rd, I think. Yeah.
5 rounds or 3, do you know?
3 rounds.
It's a good fight. Wow, Tony Ferguson's 100,000. Tony shouldn't be on this list. He shouldn't be here. There's a lot of guys like Ricky Glenn, Trevor Peake. Like these guys, why are they even options? I don't really understand that. Anyways, yeah, I mean, there's like it's going to be one of these guys at the top. Let's be honest. It'll be one of these guys right at the top. It probably Islam, and then you said Arman, Gaethje, and I think Saint Denis is the one dog. There's a dog. Yeah, go ahead.
Where's Bobby Green?
At the bottom, isn't he? I just saw him there.
Oh, there he is. Yeah.
Bobby's not. Yeah.
Darius Lowe, dude. Darius is low.
He is, but the thing is, he's just got such an uphill climb. When you get knocked out twice in a row, it's like impossible to get back to that spot. That's the problem. How long do you guys think Aspinall will hold the belt? I think we both picked him to be the champion of the year. So I think we're going to say he's going to hold the belt for a while. As far as going in the future, we don't know. I mean, you never know. Every year is different. I think you can make a few title defenses. The heavyweight has historically been very difficult. Is Islam fighting Oliveira next? That's what Dana said.
No, what I'm hearing that Arman against Charles fight is pretty legit. Their rumor.
So, really? So they're going to do Gaethje instead, eh?
I don't even know if Islam fights anytime soon. So I don't know.
What card would that be on 300? Arman and Charles?
Yeah, that's likely 300. It's not a done deal as far as I know. They're still negotiating, but that's the thing. That's probably what's going to happen. Yeah.
That's what you've heard, huh? Okay, there you go, guys. I mean, there's been rumors about it. It's not like he's breaking news right now, but this is why you listen to the podcast. Marcel knows people. If given the chance, Gamrot could beat Islam. Gamrot's up there too. I mean, he's definitely got a shot, but again, I think there's some other guys that are more likely personally. Thoughts on Dober getting a rank guy for beating Glenn? The UFC likes him a lot. I mean, he's marketable. He's a good fighter. He's knockout power. Yeah. Always is a BMF. Yeah, I mean, he probably doesn't want to wait anymore. That's probably what's going on. He's like, no, I don't want to wait another year. Gaethje McGregor. They could. I've always wanted to see that fight, but I think Gaethje destroys him.
I mean, they can do that for the BMF title, right?
They could. Okay, we'll go to featherweight. Featherweight's interesting. I think featherweight's really interesting.
Let's see what we're gonna do here.
So Volkanovski's amazing, right? But at the same time, Marcel, coming off that brutal knockout loss, I mean, I don't know where he's at right now, and I feel like he's coming back very soon. I think that he's the favorite, and that's fair, but I don't know. I think Topuria, if he beats him, he's going to be hard to beat. That's what I think. So
who are you picking? Who are you picking, Adam?
Come on. That fight, that title.
No, just to the end of 2024, who will be champion?
Tough one. It's a tough one. You know what, Marcel? I think Volk might lose the belt this year. He's the same age as he's 35. You start to slow down a little bit, you know. Yeah, I want to say Max has a chance of plus 550 too. I think Sterling's being overvalued here, personally. You know, Marcel. Oh God, I kind of want to say Max. I kind of want to say him for some reason. I don't know why, but I kind of want to say him. The thing is, he got destroyed by Volk. But the thing is, just say Topuria beats Volk, then Max can fight Topuria. I think Max can win that fight. This is tough. I really like Topuria too. This is really fucking tough. It's great, Tristan. I didn't actually see your comment till now, by the way. I just see it now. Tristan has the same thinking as me. You know, Marcel, I think I might take a shot at Max here, plus 550. As crazy as it sounds. What are you thinking, man?
Topuria.
Yeah?
Yeah. Topuria beats Volk, and he also beats Max.
So. What about Sterling? You think he's overvalued here?
I think Sterling can win against Kattar. You know, Sterling's ground game is much better. You know, stand-up definitely not, but I think he can win that fight. But then it's got to be difficult. You know what I mean? I think he will do well. He'll probably get into the top 10, but I don't think he will be champion. And even where is Mopsar? You know, Mopsar can do
there plus 1,800. I think he's got a chance for sure. I mean,
definitely.
You know, he's undefeated. He's fighting Arnold Allen in Toronto.
Yeah,
and I think it's a fight that he can win. You know,
I think so too.
Actually, I'm not really sure why he's less of a favorite than Allen. I think Evloev is the favorite in that fight, right? If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong. Actually,
I think so.
Someone could check the odds right now because I got this open. But
you got Diego Lopez, who's interesting. You know, I honestly think they should do the rematch between Joe Anderson Burrito and Diego Lopez.
Mm-hmm.
And for
that fight had like an eye poke or something, didn't it?
And Brito won a technical decision, and Brito was better that fight. But the thing what's interesting is to me is that Lopez took that fight on 4 days' notice, you know, because Brito was supposed to fight Ashkabov. So I want to see both guys in a full training camp fighting each other, and it's interesting because Brito has some very slick submissions, you know, and Lopez very good on the ground as well. He's like the BJJ coach at was that at the where Alexa Grasso trains, you know. I forgot the gym's name, sorry. So yeah, it's interesting.
I mean, there's some other guys here that are kind of interesting too, but yeah, like this division is.
For example, Isaac Dolgarian, he had a great debut this year. Nobody's talking about it, you know. For example,
he needs more time in the UFC.
No, of course, but I was talking earlier this podcast about the best debuts, and he's never mentioned.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no one talks about that at all. He looked great. He's an underdog.
It's Jarno here, my countryman, somewhere down.
Let me take a look. Jarno, I don't think he's on the list,
dude.
Kind of surprising Dan Ige's at the bottom here. I don't know about that. I mean, there's guys like Elkins that are higher than Ige. I don't know about that. He doesn't really have a chance, but yeah. Let's go to bantamweight too. Another really interesting one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go with Merab plus 250. What do you think?
It depends, man. Does Umar get his chance or not? You know, I think Merab should. Listen, man, if Merab doesn't get a title shot, if he beats Cejudo, that would be that. I'm actually, listen, man, I like Marlon Chito Vera a lot, but doesn't make sense, this shit, man. I mean, you saw the board with the Nelk boys, right? Where they had Sandhagen Evloev on February 10th, Sandhagen against Nurmagomedov on February 10th. That didn't happen, you know. But they had that listed, so they wanted to propose that fight, you know. And that means in March, we got Vera O'Malley. That would mean that Vera gets a title shot over O'Malley, while Sandhagen had to fight Nurmagomedov, in their opinion, actually. Which doesn't make sense, you know what I mean? If they did the Vera O'Malley in December, I wouldn't have a problem with it because Sandhagen and Merab were probably not ready to fight back then, you know? But now it's just stupid. Merab for me as well, you know, we'll see. the thing with what really bothering me is that I have the feeling the UFC wants to legitimize Sean O'Malley by giving him a title defense he can win. You know what I mean? And that's something that's really bothering me. Which I don't think Marlon Vera can win the fight. Don't get me wrong. He beat him before, but I think it's the best possible matchup from the top guys to fight for Sean O'Malley right now. You know, and that's where I have a problem with.
For outside chances, I would say, Cheeto's getting a title shot, so like he should probably be less than a plus 1,000 dog here.
Yeah,
because he's actually fighting for the belt next.
Exactly.
I still feel like Peter Yan is like he's still one of the best guys in the world. What do you think?
Yeah, man, people are stupid, man. People are like putting him in the Tony Ferguson kind of thing. Like, they're crazy if you do that, you know. He fought Aljamain Sterling, a very close decision, you know. Then the only clear fight he lost was against Merab, you know, because the Sean O'Malley fight, I still think he won that fight, you know. That's how I see it.
What about my boy, the Dragon, Jonathan Martinez? What about him?
I think he's very talented, but I think he will probably struggle with the better guys. I think, you know, and that's no disrespect. But for example, he's fighting. Who's he fighting next? Oh no, that's Bautista's fighting Simon, right?
Yeah.
I always mix Bautista and Martinez up for some reason. But Martinez, he's very legit. But I have to see him against the better guys. You know what I mean?
That's fair. All right. And as far as like, you know, there's a lot of people on this list.
I think Basharat is interesting. You know, the brothers.
Where's Javid?
Javid, he's interesting, you know.
Or he's featherweight. I can't remember now.
Yeah, he's here. Plus 15,000 there.
Yeah, but where's his brother? He's a featherweight, right? Are they both bantamweights? No, they're both bantamweights, aren't they?
Yeah, they're both bantamweights, I think, yeah.
Because his brother's on the list here. They both should be. Anyways, I mean, I don't think these other guys really have a chance, personally, but there's Ronnie Yaya. I don't think so. I'll tell you that right now. No. And Ronnie Lawrence has been cut, I think, doesn't he? Ronnie Lawrence? He retired or something, right? All right. By the way, let me get maybe some comments. Let me take a look here. There has been some comments. Sorry, guys. Rabeshki, he's good too. Evloev is a good chance. Plus 1,800, good chance. Volk takes short notice fight, eats a head kick, not washed. Don't want to say he's washed here. It's just he's going to fight Topuria in 3 months after that head kick. It's not an easy fight, man. Does Evloev get a title shot? Beats Arlow? Probably not, because I think Max, if Topuria beats Alex and he does it decisively, I think Max can get that next shot. It depends though, because if it's like a close decision, he'll get in the rematch probably, right? Does Mobsar get a title shot if he beats Allen? Or sorry, I just read that comment. Evloev is minus 166. Yeah, that's why I thought he was favored. You know, I'm a little surprised that on this list he was a dog. I don't think O'Malley will fight Umar Arab. He's might be forced to fight one of them, but we'll see. I mean, the UFC is going to do everything they can to keep him away, because it might be Corey Sandhagen instead, right? I could see that happening instead, you know, because it's more of a stylistically fun fight on paper too. Fair getting a title shot is kind of weird. He doesn't deserve it. It's just stupid. It really is stupid, honestly. But it's UFC giving him I would say, you know, even though he lost to him, I would say it's one of the easier title fights, right? I think everyone would agree here. Peter beat Marab, damage control, not hugging. You know, I mean, I don't think that fight. I don't think he won, Daniel. No. I mean, no. The other ones, yeah. Ortiz is too chin to be champ. Probably. He's been dropped a bunch. Ortiz and Cruz, that's a great fight. Let's do that one. Said Yokub, Kakramanov. He's in bare knuckle now. Is that where he is? Said?
Yeah.
Or no, he's in karate combat. That's
karate combat. That was it. Yeah.
Yeah. Bro Marcel, I agree with you. They're trying to really legitimize Sean. Yep. No, I agree with that. All right, let's go to flyweight. This one's interesting too. I think I'll be honest. Pantoja's great, right? I don't think he'll be the champion of the year. I think he's going to get beaten.
I think he will.
You think he'll be the champ?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going with him. I think Albazi is a good pick here, plus 400.
I think Albazi beats Moreno.
I think he's got a good chance. I really do, because I think Moreno's kind of on a decline now, personally.
Possible.
I know it's hard to say that because he lost a split to Pantoja, but I just feel like all those wars with Davison have hurt him. And I think Makhachev at plus 800 and Kopp at plus 800. Those are the guys I'm looking at here. Those three guys. I don't think Moreno will be the champ. I don't think it'll be France. I don't think it'll be Royval. Tyra is kind of an outside chance, but I think the UFC's building him slow. The reason I like Albazi is because he's going to fight Moreno. If he wins that fight, he's going to
understand that.
So that's kind of why I like him. But I also think Kopp and Makhachev are interesting too, personally. Is there anyone else you like?
Yeah, the thing with Makhachev is, you know, if you look like really good to his fights, I think he's very good, But at the same time, if he didn't finish a couple of his fights, he would be fucked, He would be fucked against Filio. He would have been fucked against Elliott. He was down 2-0 on two judges' scorecards going into that third round. He got the finish. And I think Alex Perez is better than both Jafil Filo and Tim Elliott. He comes off from a long layoff. That's true, but still, he's better. So I don't know. Cab is fighting Nicolau. He fought Nicolau before, a very close fight. Nicolau won, could have gone to Cab. I don't know about that one. Yeah, I mean, I think, for example, Josh Van is a really good fighter, and I'd like to see him doing well. Alan Nascimento is somebody who is really good, but they're both not on the rankings yet, So Asu Almabayev was really impressive against Ode Osborne in his debut, I think, and we got Tagir, who really impressed me against Cody Durden, man. That was actually his most impressive win, in my opinion, in the UFC so far. Those are the guys I have my eyes on. Tatsuro Taira as well. But I don't think they will make it in 2024 yet, So that's why I went with Pantoja, and I think Pantoja remains.
Fair enough. All right. As far as like dog picks here at the bottom, man, I really like Joshua Van. I don't think he'll be fighting for the belt this year, but my God, I like that guy a lot more. So I really think he's a good prospect. And there's some other guys that shouldn't be on this list. Isn't Candelario cut and Nam? They're cut.
Yeah,
right?
both are cut. Yeah.
Man, I don't know. They need to update these lists. Like, there's a bunch of guys that aren't on the roster anymore. I think in this division, all these guys at the bottom will have a prayer, though. I'll tell you that right now. It's going to be someone at the top. Go ahead.
I'm just happy we finally have like more than 15 flyweights in the UFC, right?
There's like 30 guys on this list. It's crazy. Yeah. A couple comments here. Manel Kopp. I think he's a good spot too. I think he really has a good shot here. Albazi's overranked. Yeah, I mean, it was a close fight. Most people thought he lost, to be fair.
It's weird?
But
they don't even have that Felipe Dos Santos guy here listed, and they have like Candelario.
That guy's pretty good. Who's he fighting next, by the way? He's fighting.
It's fighting Altamirano.
And I think he wins that fight. What's up, George? How's it going? UFC would love a Middle Eastern champ. They would love it. They would love to have Albazi beat the champ, I think.
Yeah.
That fight would have made sense in Saudi Arabia, wouldn't it have? By the way, do you have any idea what the main event is? It supposed to be Shara Butin? Like, is that?
No, I don't think so. I got told by somebody that it might be Chimaev against Whitaker, but now Whitaker is like fighting Costa. That was before that fight got announced, So,
I saw someone say it was taken off the website. Is that true?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that. The thing is with the UFC, like I said, I don't know if I said it on camera last week, but Dana White announced 7 fights and 6 of them weren't even signed. You know what I mean? So it's like it's actually funny. He's always shitting on the media by announcing fights that's not signed, and then he does it himself. You know what I mean? Because, for example, Fiorot and Blanchfield still don't know if they're a main event or not. Because it's not signed.
No, for sure. All right, let's go to the next. Okay, women's division, bantamweight, completely wide open. I would say completely wide open. Yeah. This is probably one where you could find some value because there's no champ right now, and I think anyone really of these top 10, 15 girls could win the belt. I mean, fuck, even Jermaine at plus 15,000. That's kind of crazy, right?
That's probably the best pick if she comes back, dude.
I think that's a good pick, honestly. Like, I'm looking at it right now. Like, I think she could beat a lot of these girls. Like, I think she could beat them all. Silva.
Yeah, she beat Pennington. She beat.
Yeah.
But you know who I'm picking here? I'm picking Valentina.
Valentina, interesting. Okay. She's got a chance. She's definitely got a chance.
I think she loses the third fight against Alexa, and I think she goes to bantamweight.
It's possible. It's definitely possible. Whoever wins between Silva and Pennington, I don't think they'll be a champ by the end of the year. I think they're like a placeholder champ. Yeah, it's crazy, but I kind of feel like Jermaine's coming back, right, this year? Is that true?
Yeah, 100%.
You know what, man? That's the biggest dog on the board. I think that's worth a shot. Jermaine Durrani plus 15,000, because they'll probably give her someone like, you know what? I could see them doing her against Irene Aldana. Could you see that fight happening?
Possible. I know she was supposed to come back in November or December, but it didn't happen. She also had like somebody. She got also matched up with somebody. Fight didn't happen. I'm not going to say on camera against who, but it was somebody in the top 10. Yeah, I see it happening. Yeah.
All right. Khamzat Cannonier. Cameron forgets talking about Cannonier. We didn't even mention him today. Oh, happy New Year, brother. I didn't know you were in Shanghai, man. Or you there on vacation. I can't remember if you lived there or not. Should Shavkat fight Eastman?
I told you in the private chat.
Oh, interesting. She would have won that fight for sure.
Yeah,
Marcel.
yeah.
Manon will be champ. Yeah, we'll talk about her in a sec. Let's go to that division actually. I think Blanchfield. I'm gonna go Blanchfield.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and I'm happy you're finally on the bandwagon as well now.
I felt like I ever wasn't. The thing was, like, when she fought Norma was going to be 100 pounds heavier than her, right?
That's right.
In the dump truck. So, I mean, like, it would have been
dump truck.
No, that fight should have never. I don't know. Like, that was a women's feather, wasn't it? That fight wasn't it?
Feather, yeah. That's Norma missed weight, I think. Yeah.
Anyways, I think Blanchfield. I really only think probably these top three. Wavy has an outside chance, I would say. Mm-hmm. But Kyla Santos has been cut. She shouldn't be on this list. She's not on the UFC roster anymore. Your girl Natalia Silva's right there, by the way.
Yeah, she can go up, but I don't think that she will fight for a title in 24, maybe 25. Same goes for Karine Silva, who is fighting Lauren Murphy, likely. I still haven't posted that fight because it's still not signed both sides. But, yeah.
The girls at the bottom, I don't really think have too much of a chance in this.
Molly McCann.
Where's Molly? Where is she?
You was with your cursor on it, man.
There it is. Yeah. No, I don't think so. All right. Strawweight?
Starfweight, yeah, definitely Tatiana Suarez, man.
It has to be. Plus 140. That's a good bet. I think that's a good bet, too. Yeah. She should be the favorite, I think. I know Zhang's the champ. That's why she is. Because when you're the champ, you should be favored, technically, because it's who's going to be the champ. I think Tatiana will win the belt this year.
Lupi is high, dude. I like Lupi a lot, but she's high.
It's because she won all those fights in a row, and I think people think that she's going to get a shot soon, which is possible. You know what I mean? It's definitely possible. Yeah, a couple comments here. Talia Santos going to Invicta or what? I don't know. Hey, you don't know?
No, I have no idea.
Alexa and Whaley at 300 makes sense. I think it's possible.
I don't think it makes sense for Santos to go to Invicta. The problem was that she cannot have her corner in the US. She cannot have her husband and her coach in her corner because they don't get visas. So
fair. I live in Shanghai. We were finding why UFC Shanghai was canceled. They've never said. They've literally never said. And they've been asked.
I think there was some logistics kind of problem, is what I have heard. But I think somebody asked Dana in the presser, and he was like, "Why? I don't know. Why do you want to know?" I was like, dude, it's not a real question. Do you always not see when there's a presser and Dana gets a question he doesn't know the answer on immediately? It's like, can you please say the question again? He's always like trying to win time.
Okay. Let's see here. Lupi get a title shot, possibly. 299 is stacked. I don't know about the belt order, but they're going to put some really good fights in the prelims. I'll say that.
Lupi's fighting Verna, right? I think she will have a very tough fight in that one.
Mm-hmm. I know it's good footwork plan. She'll get her down. Be a rough night. Yeah. Any rumors to Saudi Arabia? I haven't heard anything. I know Marcel. You might.
No, nothing.
That's in March.
Yeah, 1st or 2nd of March.
Okay, that's it. I guess straw. Yeah, is there any like long shots? I don't know. Brogan Walker. There's your girl, Marcel. Plus 50,000.
Bergie the Bear. Oh, there you have Smelly. So next to
Smelly.
Where's on the left? On the left.
There she is. Super smelly. Stinks. Brianna Fortino, like that girl had a lot of hype a few years ago. There's Cheyenne. Maybe Cheyenne comes back into the new mom strength.
Yeah, Brianna's still on the roster, but I think she just gave birth to her second kid. I think like half a year ago.
What about your girl Diana Balbitsa?
Nah, I like Diana a lot. She's great, but by the way, she's really cool as well. Diana.
But, yeah, Cameron Van Camp's a lucky guy, right?
Yeah, good for him, man. Like we said last week, good for him.
How about Yasmin? I mean, she's kind of getting written off a little bit too soon, I feel like, right?
Yeah, I feel the same way. She just got steamrolled in her last fight, kind of clipped. But I still think she has a lot of potential. She's young as well, so yeah.
Absolutely. All right. Well, anyways, that's good for that podcast, I think, Marcel. We got almost a month. you want to leak anything? Is there anything you can give us a hint of some sort of fight? Someone's asking. Is there anything you have or no? Can't really
I've learned not even that. I just don't have anything laying around. I'm kind of waiting on some stuff to get, but no, I have nothing laying around. I know, for example, let me think. Nothing, man. Actually, no, nothing. I'm sorry, guys. I really don't have anything. What I said, Charles Armand, that's what they're looking for. I don't know if it's gonna happen, but the thing is, like, sometimes I get something and I want to announce it on here, but I don't have confirmation. And then, like, 2 hours later, I get confirmation. It's like, what the fuck? I should have got it 2 hours earlier. That I could have announced it here, but I don't have anything.
There you go. All right. Well, anyways, it's end the podcast here, guys. We'll take these last couple questions. Wins, Whaley, and Jan. We don't know. Connor prediction. I still think I've been saying he's not going to fight Chandler. I still don't think he fights again, but he's saying there's going to be an announcement tomorrow, so I don't want to say anything stupid here and then be wrong tomorrow. I still think he's not telling the truth, but anyways, Marcel, let's end the podcast here. So we went an hour here. I think that's going to be it for Marcel, guys. I'm going to just do a small one here by myself for like 15 minutes, just going through some news and predictions. The new fight announcements, just because I want to get another one in, just for 15 minutes. But that's it for Marcel for 2023. So there you go. So yeah, that's it for me and Marcel for this year. I'm going to do, like I said, a short one in 5 minutes here, just like 15-minute podcast going through the fight announcements and news by myself, and that's it. We'll take these last couple comments, guys, and we'll get out of here. Do you guys think Suarez can get the belt and go another run at 32? Yes, because here's the thing. She missed all that time, but she didn't take damage during that time, Marcel. That's why I like her. Happy New Year's to you as well, brother. Was Armin Gaethje ever discussed? You know anything about that?
No, I don't know.
There you go. By the way, yeah, I'm going to give a shout out to our boy Glenn. He sent Marcel this dog thing for next year, so we'll probably have the dog clicker going on. Then there you go. Love it. God bless. Thank you, guys. No, thank you, brother. Appreciate you guys listening. Do you guys know the child? Again, Tristan, I think someone just asked this, and we don't know. I mean, Dana's been so coy about it too.
Yeah.
Reyes has an opponent. He doesn't have one yet, but Petrino would be great. I hope they keep him in the Toronto card. Gabriel, I hope they do, because we just lost 2 fights in that card. Anything else you want to see, Marcel? The last chance you can get to talk to these guys before. By the way, we'll come back next Monday, I think.
I want to wish everybody Happy New Year, 2024, man, for you, your family, your loved ones, wherever you want. And thanks for watching, guys. I mean, we appreciate it a lot. And I'll be back in 2024. And then we'll do a short podcast after this one. And after that, he will also be back in 2024.
Yeah. We'll be back next week. Probably the Monday, I would say, for this one. Just because it's been holidays on Monday. You don't want to do it then. But anyways, get a couple of comments. Thanks again, Michael, for listening. Joe, what's up, brother? Thanks again for always being here week after week. We'll talk to you guys soon. Like I said, I'll do another quick show here.
And add yourself to my channel on Instagram. I made a channel. I don't know.
I wasn't sure if that was you or a fake Marcel, but I did.
No, that's real.
Too. So, okay. All right, guys, have a great day. If you don't join me on the next one here, it's like I said, just a quick one for fight announcements. But Marcel, we'll see him in 2024.